Hi. Now here I've created another skill that is called GitHub Assistant. The main issue that I had is that I do not have a basic understanding of how to use GitHub. For that I've created an assistant. So essentially what I've done here is that I have dedicated a folder in my D drive where I keep all the production ready code that I have to upload onto the GitHub. So what it essentially does is it replicates all this folder and makes sure all these things are, this entire folder is synchronized with GitHub. So whatever command is required in whatever order, it follows all of that and makes sure any change that I make in any of these folders is reflected onto my GitHub as it is. Now if I complete one project, I add it to this folder, it automatically gets updated onto my GitHub. Now what I've done is there are some head scratchers. These are the issues that I had. They're all listed over here. Like for example, let's have a look at authentication failures. Password authentication was removed. So I don't need to literally go into the password authentications. Understanding Git versus GitHub, I don't need to get myself into. These are the problems that normally people fell prey of. Synchronizing local folders with GitHub repositories, this is another issue that people have. So basically there's couple of issues that people face. I've covered most common issues. So merge conflicts during pull operations, accidentally committing sensitive information, it automatically removes that. For example, while I was uploading everything, I found that my API key for GitHub was located inside, and this is what he alarmed me. This tool actually alarmed me that I was putting something very sensitive onto GitHub itself. Yeah, so this is the GitHub assistant. What we do here is that these are the different the prompts that I have used. First prompt is use context efficient to read GitHub documentation and create a file named headscratchers.md with brief list of 5 problem scenarios faced by users new to GitHub who have no prior knowledge of its use, including a scenario where user wants to synchronize a folder on his local drive to a GitHub repo to make sure any change in that folder gets reflected onto the repository most accurately. Do it while following proper standards. Okay, this is how I had generated this head scratchers prompt to create a skill for easily and accurately solving the problem scenarios mentioned in this file. GitHub Assistant head scratches following proper standards. So it uses these head scratchers to create a skill for solving these problems. Prompt 3, use GitHub Assistant skill to synchronize my folder, this one, with my GitHub repository, which is this one. All the credential are saved in credential manager, which is like automatically provided to me by this assistant. It gave me different options whether I would like to authenticate every time, or I can get it stored inside the credential manager. So I chose to save it inside my credential manager only the first time. Second time I did not have to save or even to authenticate. It managed everything automatically. Yes, synchronize this folder, commit and push the online GitHub repository. Number 5, I have the username and the personal access token with me. Let me retry the push and I will submit the GitHub username and password when prompted. Now this is the first time that I had to do. I had to get the username and not the password. Instead I had to use the personal access token. Prompt 6, I chose option 3, which is my GitHub resume. My username is this one and personal token is, now this is what I'm talking about. My access token was written over here, and this is what it automatically did. It removed that and it replaced it with this keyword Gemini. Then I used Nano Banana to, yeah, okay, that's only for the title page readme file. An image was created. Skill.md file complete contents. Okay, and create this file sketches for new users. This documentation 5 problems scenarios authentication. Yeah, this is the main thing that I have. Yeah, so let's continue. Now this is the basically Yeah, this is the skill that was created by the GitHub Assistant. What it does is GitHub Assistant, this skill provides interactive diagnostic driven troubleshooting when to activate the skill. Trigger conditions. User mentions GitHub authentication errors. User is confused about GitHub versus GitHub, like Git versus GitHub. User wants to synchronize local folders with GitHub. User encounters the same 5 different issues that initial offer. Step 1, problem identification. Step 2, route to appropriate solution. Step 3a is over here. Yeah, personal access token setup. 3b is SSH key setup. Yeah, all those details are. Step 4 is verify solution. Explain the difference. Common command breakdown. I mean, all the things that we have to perform, it does it automatically with just click of a button. Address specific questions. Yeah, so this is pretty much what I do, and then I can use the same set of commands every time that I need. Whenever I need to upload my contents, I can simply run these commands, and like over here I have username and password. No, yes, synchronize this folder, commit and push, sorry, use GitHub Assistant skill to synchronize my folder. This is what I have to run. I've actually started using this in my uploading. It has been very, very smooth since I've started using this. Thank you very much. That should be all.